Afternoon and welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name's Mark and I'm going to take you for a walk around our 2015 model SSV Redline sedan this afternoon. We'll start off at the front of the car. As you can see, it has the distinctive red infills being the Redline edition. We've got our daytime running lamps right down in the bottom next to our driving lights. Also does have colour-coded front sensors. And presents really well. A really good look at the front of the car. Just on our bonnet, before we go down the driver's side, there is a very small touch-up that has been done on our bonnet at some stage. Apart from that, I can't really pick any other marks on this car. As you can see, the distinctive black Holden alloy wheels. We've got the Brembo brakes being the SSV, of course, and then the distinctive little vent in the side of our front guard with the indicator in there as well. As we move down the side, colour-coded outer mirrors and door handles. We do have proximity keys, so we can access the vehicle by the buttons on our door handles. Also, once again, the distinctive SS badging down in the base of our right-hand rear door, and the right-hand rear alloy, not a mark on that as well. Being a black alloy would certainly show up any marks if there were any on the car. And as we come around to the rear, we've got our lip spoiler on our boot lid. Once again, all the chrome badging consistent. We've also got colour-coded reverse parking sensors and reverse camera as well. Once again, the presentation is outstanding. And the consistency continues as we come around to the passenger side of the car. An extremely minor little scratch on our left-hand rear alloy wheel. It's probably the only blemish I can pick as we move around the car. All of the Duco, the left-hand doors present extremely well. A very, very minor little scratch just on our left-hand front alloy wheel also. And the car is also fitted with a factory sunroof as well. Back around at the front of the car now, of course, being the SSV, powered by the 6-litre V8 motor. It's going to give us good performance, this car. 260 kilowatts of power and 517 newton meters of torque, but still deliver very good fuel economy for what it is. 11.8 litres combined per 100 Ks. So considering the power output it's giving us, I find that to be really good fuel economy. So around at the boot lid now, I've actually opened it manually from inside the car because we've got the car running today. It's fairly warm in Melbourne, so we want to ensure that we're nice and cold when we get in there. As you can see, being an SSV, an extremely spacious boot area for storage. Got plenty of scope to store whatever you need to in there. And then under our cover, we've got our full-size spare wheel, black alloy wheel in the SSV, so they come standard in a black alloy, all the spares in these Holdens. Brand new tyre on the spare as well, so it's never been on the car. So I can certainly run through the interior of this car with you very accurately. Currently driving this car since it arrived, so I'll run through all of the features, and it certainly has plenty of options and safety features as well. On our driver's armrest, all of our power window and power mirror switches. Button up the top here to lock and unlock our doors as well. And as I mentioned when we're outside the car, we do have a manual release button for our boot right down on the bottom of the door trim. We can also release it by the key itself. Up the top here, auto headlights. Just a small knob to control the brightness on our dash. This car also, being the current model VF, does have heads-up display where we can actually see our speed indicated in the window outside the car. So we can adjust that up and down just so that we can always see our speed, and that helps you ensure you don't go over the speed limit. Also does read current outside temperature, which is 34 degrees. Our steering wheel is height and reach adjustable, so telescopic steering wheel. Set ourselves up where we're nice and comfortable. Just pop our lever back into position and we're set to go. On our indicator stalk, we've got our button just to read all of the information on our vehicle information menu. Feeds us everything about what the car's doing, its economy. You can also opt for the digital speedo readout on the dash as well. We've got paddle shift on our leather wrapped steering wheel, so this enables us to drive the car in manual mode if we wish, I'll show you that when we go to the T-Bar Auto shortly. Also on our right hand side of our steering wheel, we've got our controls for our Bluetooth on the left here. This little button here just controls the radio stations we're listening to, and then volume control on the right hand side there. On the left hand side of the steering wheel, our cruise control settings, but a couple of other important ones here as well. This one is a lane departure warning button, and the top one is forward collision mitigation warning as well, and it works in conjunction with our front parking sensors, of course. As I mentioned, it is proximity keys, so it's push button start, just simply a matter of a foot on the brake in the mornings, hit our start button and away we go. Now moving into the centre console section, as you can see, it indicates what radio station we're on, and also will indicate to you what track's playing. It does also have audio streaming through the Bluetooth, and in this current model will indicate what tracks are playing as well. We can hit our home button on our screen up the top here. Is also fitted with factory navigation as well, which gives us a really good indication of exactly where we are, and that's where we are, Kangan Drive in Berwick, Victoria. So also does have reverse camera, and have a look at the clarity of our picture there. Indicates really accurately what's behind us, in conjunction with the parking sensors as well. We've got climate control dual zone air conditioning. As we mentioned earlier, we've had that running since the start of the video, and it's keeping us nice and cold inside the car. Just moving to our T-Bar now, as I mentioned, two options as far as driving this car. Drive it as a normal auto, being a 6-speed auto, or come across to our left hand side, drops it into sports mode, and enables us to change through the gears manually off our steering wheel as well. On the right hand side here behind that, we've got our electric parking brake, and then on the left hand side here, a few important ones just to run through. Traction control button there. We can turn our reverse parking sensors off if we wish to, so that they're not audibly beeping. And then the middle one is reverse park assist. So effectively, if you're on the side of the road in Kangan Drive, you've got one spot in between two cars, this car will automatically park itself for you. So you enable that button. Obviously you do still select your gear, but the steering wheel will maneuver the car into its car park automatically for you. Now behind that, a small coin tray, quite large cup holders there. We've got both of our factory proximity keys there as well. Leather wrapped lid on our little console, 12 volt outlet, auxiliary and USB inputs there as well. Really important to just pay attention now to the interior. All of our door trims, all of our seats are leather infills in our door trims as well, and they present like new. A couple of really nice little set-offs, some nice cloth trim running through the top there with our SSV badging. Is also fitted with 6 airbags, this car, front, side and curtain airbags. Does help it achieve its 5-star ANCAP safety rating, extremely important. If you've got the family in here, you know they're extremely safe. As we mentioned earlier, the SSV Redline also does give it a roof, and it is automatic in its operation, so we can slide that into the open position. Probably on a day like today where it's actually 34 degrees outside, I'm old-fashioned, I'd prefer the aircon running nice and cold, and it's very, very cosy. Also, airbag safety. Did I touch on that already? I think I might have. Anyway, we'll move on from that. Privately owned motor car, and the service history is perfect. As I mentioned, it's only done 38,000 kilometres. I'll certainly stop driving this car before it goes over 40,000 Ks. And last but not least, this car is under new car warranty until the 19th of March 2018, or up to 100,000 kilometres. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this really impressive motor car. That's why I'm driving it. 2015 HSV SSV Redline Edition sedan, giving us 260 kilowatts out of our 6-litre V8 and 517 Newton metres of torque. still delivering 11.8 litres combined per 100 Ks. I won't list all the features we've run through inside, but as you can see from a lot of the stuff that we went through, extremely safe technology in this motor car. Give us a call on 990 70 555 and we'll be able to help you further.